Imagine, if you will, a world where gravity suddenly disappears. What would happen if we lost gravity for just 5 seconds? This unseen force, so critical to life on Earth, momentarily vanishes. Sounds impossible, right? But let's indulge our curiosity a bit further. In the first second without gravity, everything not connected to the Earth would begin to float. Picture your coffee cup levitating off the table, your shoes lifting off the ground. The air around us, stripped of its gravitational shackles, would start to disperse into space, and our oceans, unanchored, would rise in monumental waves. The world, as we know it, would be turned upside down, quite literally. But that's just the beginning, the first second. What about the rest? As we move into the next 4 seconds, things start to get a little more chaotic. Imagine, if you will, the world around you turning into a zero-gravity zone. Unsecured objects, from your coffee cup to cars, would begin to float, creating a surreal and somewhat terrifying spectacle. But it's not just our possessions that would be affected. Our bodies, too, would experience the sudden lack of gravity. Our muscles and bones, so used to fighting the pull of gravity, would be thrown into disarray. The sensation would be disorientating, to say the least. Blood flow, swallowing, even our sense of direction could be affected. The world as we know it would be turned upside down, literally and figuratively. And then, just as suddenly as it disappeared, gravity returns. In the blink of an eye, everything that went up must come down. The world would suddenly thrust back into its normal rhythm, but not without chaos. Imagine the shock of mid-air objects crashing onto the ground, the confusion of people tumbling from their unexpected flights. Shattered glass, broken bones, the disarray would be almost apocalyptic. It's a startling image, one that paints the gravity we take for granted in an entirely new light. So, while a 5-second gravity vacation might sound like fun, the reality could be quite disastrous. So what have we learned from this hypothetical scenario? The loss of gravity, even for 5 seconds, would trigger global chaos. Gravity is the unseen force that holds our world together. While the thought of floating around might seem appealing, let's just say we should be grateful gravity is here to keep us grounded.